Hey everybody, this is my in the bag, um, 2012. This is a little bit of what I've been using this last year, or I guess it's 2013 now, and what I'll hopefully be using mostly in this upcoming spring. First off, start off with my putters. I use the Discmania P-Line Psycho. I really like this putter. I've tried a lot of other ones, Wizards, Warlocks, Magnets, Challengers, kind of settled on this one. I was a big Gateway fan, but really like these better. These P lines that just came out, they're nice and grippy, but they're still pretty firm. They fly really straight. I can drive with them. Approach shots. They're pretty versatile. I keep two of them in my bag. I also keep a D line, a broken in one. This one I use for turnover shots and shots that I need a little bit more grip on to get the right snap. Next, my mid ranges. First, I carry three Coyotes. This is the max weight champion one. These are my favorite mid range out of everything I've thrown. Never really fell in love with the Rock or the Buzz. Both great discs, but I like this one a little bit more because it has a little bit more glide. It's a little slower. Um, these do get thrown around by the wind a little bit, but overall I can use these for turnovers. They're really nice. They're really easy to use. I keep a brand new Champion one. That's 175. This one's I use mostly for hyzers. That's about it. And these two I use more for straight line tunnel shots, short fairway drives and approaches. One of my favorite discs. Next, I keep two DX skaters in the bag. This one's really broken in, but still overstable, still really grippy. This one tends not to skip as much as my newer one. This one's more of just a backup. But yeah, both of these discs, great for windy conditions. Pretty much nothing's gonna move me. Next, I have super flippy mid range Stratus by Discraft. Um, these ones, this was pretty much like my first roller, first turnover disc. As it's gotten broken in, I use it a little bit for really nice, gentle flip hyzers where I don't need a lot of power. I just need to kind of put it down range a little bit. Yeah, great disc. Probably gonna stay in my bag for a while. Think about getting a new one just because this one's incredibly understable now. After that, I carry two Star Sidewinders, 150, and then a 150 Leopard. I like a lot of understable plastic. I throw pretty far with overstable stuff, but this stuff I like more for my controlled shots. This is probably second favorite disc in my bag. You know, Really great disc. Long flip hyzers, just lots of glide. This one's pretty broken in. I use this one for more turnover shots now. Same with this one. This one's if I'm looking for a little less speed and just more of a gentle landing. But yeah, all three of these I use on a pretty regular basis. It's not windy out. After that, the fairway driver that I rely on most of is the FD Jackal by Discmania. Great disc. A little bit more understable than a T-Bird, which is what I was throwing before this. Kind of like that, so it doesn't skip out as much. But dead straight. Um, Discmania did a great job when they produced this disc. I really like it. Yeah, I'll probably be adding another one of these in my bag. Next, I carry, these are kind of my distance drivers. If there's a lot of open space and I just need to crush it. Pro Katanas, I know a lot of more advanced players have a big beef with Katanas just because they're so understable. I've been playing for 8 years now and I still like them. When they came out, they were really nice. Pro Classic breaks in really well. Nice, lots of glide, great distance. great disc. Next I carry pretty much Discmania's version of the Katana, the DD2. These I find a little bit more overstable. These are max weight, and I'm pretty sure that you can only find them in about max weight for 170s. But yeah, I mean, I use these if it's a little windier out and I don't want my katanas thrown around a little bit. These, great disc, you know, still breaking them in, still getting used to them, but they're definitely going to be a staple in my bag. After that, I carry 3 Destroyers. This one is a nice flat top one that I use for more skips, doesn't have quite as much glide, and I count on this one for more distance. This one is pretty domey, lots of glide. This one I use more for turnover shots and flip hyzers. You know, Destroyers are great discs. You know, I'd recommend them to anybody. I have a 163 Champion one that I use for solely more accurate distance, I guess. I can get this one to flip up on a hyzer, and it's great disc. Still fights the wind even though it's a 163. Finally, I carry a Firebird. This is one of the 12-time ones. Made out of glow mold, which was the production, I guess, they used that year. Pretty stiff, you know, really overstable. I really like this. I probably will trade this out for another disc, the C-Line PD2 by Discmania. I find that one's a little bit more overstable and it's a lot faster, and I don't know, I just have a better throw with it, I guess. But Firebirds, you know, I love them. I've always had them in my bag. But yeah. And then finally I carry 2 Star Vulcans, pretty understable, rollers, long anhyzers. That's pretty much all they're good for. I really suggest these for new players looking for some really good distance though. I put these, if I need them to go straight or not turn over, it's pretty hard. I have to release them on a pretty steep hyzer, but overall, great disc, you know. I use it a lot more for my sidearm because it's not as strong. But yeah, that's kind of what's in my bag. I use a competition bag by Nova with the backsaver straps. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or want me to review a disc, I've thrown about everything out there on the market. If it's just come out, I usually have a couple of them, and you know, like to go out to a field and try them. So let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, thanks for watching.